like us. They not 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 like us. I just seen you left me a message on my other line. It ended because of the bad signal where I'm at. A lot of snow and shit. I heard he was in Albany, bruh. He was closer to my house. I think I watched your video. You said you were in Albany or something. I don't know if I left a comment or what. Sometimes I watch videos and I don't leave a comment. How you doing though? Venus in the house. What's going on? How's that diet going? I'm thinking about going vegan. I've been thinking about it for a while. I mean, not for a while, but like on and off. I just gotta find some protein. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of different proteins out there. But I want to be a healthy vegan, because just because you're a vegan doesn't mean you eat healthy. Because you could be eating a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, and a lot of BS. Bodybuilding, that's what's up. Yeah, I've been doing pretty good with my diet. I'm eating meat, so I'm eating meat. Yeah, I got a nice routine. Basically, today I was off. I used to eat out on my day off, but 2 weeks in a row I was like, it's gonna be easier for me to cook on my day off because I have the time. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait to the day after my day off, which will be tomorrow, and then I'll find me something to eat. Just one meal, I'll cook. I usually eat like 2 meals a day, and then I eat snacks, healthy snacks. So I'll make myself like breakfast tomorrow, and then I'll buy myself like dinner or whatever. And then what I'll do is halfway through the week, I use my points. I get free points when I get fuel. The company pays for the fuel, but I have a rewards card, and every time I swipe it, I get points back, and I could buy food with that. So basically, I'm only eating out twice a week compared to like 4 times a week like I used to. And on those 4 times a week, the meals were massive. So every little bit of weight that I lost, I would gain it right back. I was like going up and down, probably like 2 pounds a week, pound and a half, whatever it was. So now I gotta, maybe I should get a scale in the truck. Nah, I just weigh myself when I go home. My bad, 12. I'm gonna read your comments now. Yeah, you gotta take snacks with you, 12. That's the trick right there. Ziploc bags and little sandwich bags, and chop up some fruit. Have some nuts with you. I would recommend you buy some nuts, but no salt though. I know people like salty food, but you gotta sacrifice. I'm just trying to name a few things you can put in your pocket. Basically, you're a lady too. Shit, I have an avocado in my purse if I was you, with a little knife ready to cut that thing up. Shit, a little baby cooler with some boiled eggs. I mean, it's okay to eat out. You just can't be stuffing your face. And then what you could do is you balance it the next day. All about, you could do like a weekly intake. You know what I mean? Like messed up, if I messed up today and I ate a lot, tomorrow that means I have to like eat less than I usually to balance it out. I mean, we all have our ways. There's no right way how to do it. It's kind of like math. You know, as long as we all come up with the same answer, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? But to an extent, because you got to eat healthy to be healthy. Just because you lose weight doesn't mean you're healthy. Because you got a lot of people who just don't eat and they lose weight. Like, nah, you got to get the correct nutrients and vitamins. Like right now, I just ate me some salmon with some bell peppers, avocado, and some fresh cut pineapple. You know what I mean? I do pretty good. I eat pretty healthy. All I drink is water, take my vitamins. And then this morning I had some grilled chicken with some asparagus and broccoli, some boiled eggs. I had Greek yogurt with plain Greek yogurt, and then I'll eat it with fruit. I have blueberries. Sometimes I throw a little bit fresh. I throw a little bit of fresh honey in there. I had some peanuts earlier. I got almonds. Yeah, I do good. Oh shit, Maya's throwing the house. What up? I was thinking about you earlier. Yeah, you lose control sometimes, 12. But you can't change overnight, you know. I mean, it's possible, but at least you're trying. That's what counts. Just don't drink soda or don't even drink juice. A lot of people think because it's called apple juice or orange juice that it's healthy. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Is it better for you than soda? Yeah, but there's nothing like a fresh fruit. You know what I mean? A lot of that stuff has, it'll say not from 100% natural, but that's BS, bro. Straight water. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I just say what I'll do. You know, I'm team water over here. That's what we do around here. Yeah, 12. It's a, you know, it's a food is drugs. You know what I mean? Take it from somebody who's been on drugs. Like, they're the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, once you start, you can't stop. That's how it is. Like, if I eat healthy the whole day in my truck, I don't have no urge to want to eat like from restaurants or a whole bunch of carbs. But once I eat something from like a restaurant, it's a wrap. I just want more. I don't want to cook. I just like, my brain just goes into a whole different state where it's like, you know what, you might as well just buy some more food. So you lose control. But and you know, they actually put stuff in the food to make it addictive legally. Like, you could do the research on this shit. I forgot what it's called, but they literally put chemicals in these food to make us more addicted to it, and they get away with it, and it's like mind blowing. I've been chilling, man. Cuban flag 12. Yeah, shout out to the Cubans. Remember that one Cuban girl that I used to talk to? I guess date, whatever you want to call it. Me and her are in a Discord group together. You know, we got a bunch of friends in there or whatever, mutual friends. So me and her haven't communicated in a long time. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I had sent her a happy birthday, I think last year, her birthday, and she ignored me, or maybe 2 years ago. But you know what? I'm never gonna do that again. So I just never, you know, paid her any attention. I tried to follow her. I followed her on TikTok a long time ago, but she never followed me back. And then like maybe like 6 months ago, she finally followed me back. So, you know, she was like watching my videos, but she was like giving her no likes or nothing like that. I'm like, whatever, I'm not gonna sweat it. And then her birthday came again. I think it was last year. I said happy birthday, something like that, and she ignored me. And this time I knew for sure she seen it because it's on TikTok. Like, when I text her on her birthday directly to her phone, she doesn't have an iPhone, so I don't know for sure if it went through. Because if you both have an iPhone, it'll say delivered. But if you have, somebody has an Android and somebody has an iPhone, if you send a message, it always looks the same. You know what I mean? So it's hard to tell. But when I knew for sure she got my message on TikTok and she ignored me, I blocked her. I was like, you know what? Why would you follow me on TikTok and, you know, and then finally let me follow you if you're just gonna be ignoring me? So I just blocked her. So anyway, I seen her in the Discord group, recently, a few days ago, and she said something, and I was like, man, should I like feed into it? You know what I mean? Like, kind of, again, it's a group chat. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of people in there. So I said something about, oh, she was talking about coffee, something about coffee, and I was like, oh, I don't drink. I was like, oh, coffee reminds me of my great grandmother. I used to drink coffee with her back in the day. Blah blah blah. And she was like, oh, grandma, my grandmother used to make the best something. So there was a little converse back and forth. Like, this is like, I think 3-4 years went by since we kind of went back and forth. We used to go back and forth directly, obviously. So I was like, but then I put a picture of when I went to visit her in Miami. We were drinking these. She put me onto the drink. They're called a Miami Vice. They make this drink with ice cream and liquor and all kinds of stuff, and it looks real pretty with the pineapple on top. And it's one of those drinks that look fancy. So I went into my library and I found that photo of that day of me and her, and I posted it in the chat. But it wasn't a picture of me and her. It was just a picture that I took of the drink. And I said, but I was like, I don't really. Oh, she was talking about coffee, naming all these different coffees. I was like, I don't know nothing about that. And then I sent that picture. I was like, but I do know something about these. And then I put like the laughing emoji, and you could see her typing, because when somebody's typing, you could like see them typing. And then she never said nothing, like she changed her mind. And I was like, whatever, maybe she feels like she doesn't want to be put on blast in the chat room, but I wasn't going to do it. Nobody in the chat room knew what I was talking about. So I just ignored it. So then she ended up posting another meme or whatever about like a cat reading some tarot cards, and it says something like, you know what's funny? She knows I have a YouTube channel. What if she was to watch it? If she watches the replay, damn, I be saying too much. I forgot she knows I got a YouTube channel. But oh well, it is what it is. So anyway, she put something about the cats, reading these cards, and I was trying to be funny, and I like said something about it, and then she ignored it again. I'm like, you know what? This girl wants to like. I just feel like she'd be ignoring me. You know what I mean? I blocked her. So now I can't see her in the Discord, like in the chat, in the group chat. If she says something, it'll just say blocked message. So now I can't reply to anything you say. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to be friends. Like I told myself, I used to date women in the past, and I would break up with them. We would get back together. Break up, get back to. I'm not doing that no more. You know what I mean? Like I could be your friend, but I'm not gonna be your plan B. I've been to plan B in the past a few times, and it's not a good feeling. You know what I mean? I was gonna say something else. So yeah, so now I got her contacts in my phone still. I'm just gonna delete those, like that I'll never accidentally call her. You know how you sometimes you accidentally call somebody. So that I never have that happen. I'm just gonna delete her contacts, and that's it. We don't have to see each other. Done deal, I tried being cool, and it is what it is. Anyway, let me see if I could catch up. My son is. Yeah, but I think if two people have an Android, then it'll be like the same. They have the same benefits. The man of doesn't bug her. Well, she knows that. She knows more Spanish than me. She's born and raised in Miami. Nah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not saying nothing bad. Even if she does hear it, she never left a comment on none of my videos. I mean, she knew I had a YouTube channel. I usually don't tell girls that I date about my YouTube channels, but I had told her about my YouTube channel before I dated her. We're just friends. But yeah, I don't do that. I learned. Any girl that I talk to, I mean, if I end up with a girl and we're official, and like after 6 months, I think 6 months is a perfect window. Like if I see me and her are gonna be like a long term, or maybe even like be together for the rest of our lives, I'm gonna have to tell her about the YouTube. And you know, she might, whoever I date in the future is gonna get offended. What's up, honey bunny? She's probably gonna get offended, like, damn, you took so long to tell me. And I'm just gonna explain, like, look, I just wanted to make sure that we was official. You know what I mean? Because shit, it could be people break up after 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? And I still might regret it, you know? So who knows? Maybe I should just never tell them. But that'd be messed up, though. You be with a girl for like 2 or 3 years, and then you be have a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? That's like living a double life almost, you know? But the problem is, if you break up with them, then they're gonna be in the bushes. You know what I mean? Seeing what you're talking about and this, that, and third. Muchacho. Si se ofendo, es problema de ellos. Eres un hombre adulto, hermano. Yeah. I tried calling you, I think, yesterday. I don't know if you got my missed call. Or the day before yesterday, I don't know. But yeah, it's all good, man. I'm not going to be no plan B, you know. I done that. You know. Oh, another rule that I made, or what I do now. I just did this recently with a girl. That girl that I told you out of Tennessee, PMC, remember? That gringa. So anyway, you know, me and her, she's cool people. So I think I already explained this to you. But, you know, like I was feeling her, but I just felt like she wasn't feeling me the same way back. And it's me, I be negative. I be a pessimist. And I think what a lot of people do is they let past relationships kind of dictate their future relationships or present relationships. So we kind of like, whatever other people did to us in the past, we kind of expect everybody to do that, and that's, you know, that's not true. So anyway, I was just, you know, following my intuition, and then she was like on that, oh, I just want to get to know you more, blah blah blah, and I was just like, you know what, the way I see it is, if there's not a true spark in the beginning, you know, on both sides, it's a wrap. I just feel like I didn't want to waste time and be on this roller coaster, because I've been on so many roller coasters before. So I just told her, I was like, yo, I think it's just best that we go our own separate ways. You know what I mean? And you know, she didn't expect that, and you know, it is what it is, because either we're gonna be together or we're not. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit I'm on these days. Because the old me used to date girls, and then if we didn't stay together, I would always leave that door open, because I'm the type to leave bridges open, you know. So I would be like, yo, let's just remain friends, you know. But I don't need no more friends. Either you're gonna be my lady, or we're not gonna be you know, or we're just gonna go our own ways, and that's it. Because again, I'm not gonna be a plan B. These girls like to play games. They want to talk to you, Tom, Dick, and Harry. And then, you know, they want to have like these backup plans, plan A through D. Some of them more than that. Like, nah, like, you got to make me feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the one from the rip. And if you can't make me feel like that, it is what it is. I mean, I don't want to, I mean, there's a thin line, though, because I don't want a girl to, like, be easy either. You know what I mean? And that was another thing, PMC. I already told you what had went down. You know what I mean? So that was a red flag, too. Remember, I told you in your live stream. But it is what it is. I mean, I didn't block her. We're still friends on Facebook. She sent me a happy birthday on my birthday, and I said thanks for that. You know, Christmas came, New Year's came. I thought about texting her. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to even open that door. Maybe next year for her birthday, which I think is all the way in November, October. I forgot. I might have it in her contact. I mean, she said happy birthday to me. I guess I could say happy birthday to her. We could just say happy birthday to each other once a year. Keep it short and sweet. Musical Kill Shot, what's going on? If you pay attention to your recommendation section on YouTube, many of the videos are connected to through your contacts. Interesting. Even when you don't think negative, bro, if they don't reciprocate, it's not necessarily negative. You could be friends and nothing more, or not a deal at all. ¿Alguna vez has pensado en las cosas que ninguna chica con la que has estado de junto a ti pero si a otras personas, porque así son las cosas. I don't know. If you have the number, same number connected. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm just going with the flow. You just gotta, what you gonna call it? Can't force nothing. You know what I mean? The more you try to force something, sometimes it doesn't work out. You know? Yeah. It's all good. I got time. I'm only 41. I'm not old, but I'm not young. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be more important. Not saying that I want to retire, but I feel like that's when it's more important to be in a relationship because you're gonna be bored. You know what I mean? You're gonna want somebody to just chill with. I guess. Like I'm busy working. Yeah, middle aged. I guess. Si una chica no está interesada, pero hace creer que no va a estar aquí para ti, créelo. Facts. Everybody say thanks, brother. No, take it easy, musical kill shot. I know it's late over there, man, or early. Get some rest, man. Thanks for stopping by. That's my homie from the UK. I forgot where I met him. I don't know if he found me randomly or what. He be gaming over there, chilling. Love me in the house. What's up, love me? My Filipino friend always singing. I was there live stream earlier. She was singing Como la Flor for me because I requested that song a long time ago. She sings it pretty good. Ay, como me duele, como la flor, con tanto amor me diste tú y me marchito. Oh, Loves Me Channel sings Como la Flor too, PH. Sorry, I know sometimes you sing that song too. Them seniors be going to the casino, going on the cruise. Yeah, cruises are fun. I went on a cruise a few years ago. Actually, I was just sharing some of those photos today with my neighbor Ralph, a good friend of mine, Italian dude. Of Italians are proud to be Italians. You know what I mean? I hope he's. I mean, he knows I got a YouTube channel too, and I hope I don't offend him. He's like a brother to me. But if you're Italian, in my eyes, you're white. You know what I mean? And to him, he thinks he's not white. And again, if you ever hear this, Rolf, if you're in the bushes, you know I love you, bro. I hope this doesn't offend you. But like, if you fill out a job application, it says black, Caucasian, Hispanic, and Asian. Did I say Asian? It says nothing on there about Italian, bro. You don't have your own freaking like box on an application. But I get it. I don't know. If that's the case, it just doesn't make sense to me because why would you call a Polish person white? Why would you call... I mean, I could be wrong. Y'all could correct me. You know what I mean? Why would you call a Russian person white? Why would you call... I mean, who's supposed to be white? The Europeans? I mean, Italy's part of Europe, right? So they're all freaking Europeans is what we call the white people. Am I wrong? Like, what makes an Italian different? And I see somebody post something like this on, I think TikTok or something. They were asking the same question. Sake, Saoko, papi, Saoko. Yeah, that whole album's fire. I don't know what album that is on, but I be listening to Wisin and Yandel still. Con Wisin. We see. I'm just glad they stood together. We singing Yandel. There's too many people be falling apart. I think Baby Rata and Gringo still together. There's a bunch of them. Lito y Polaco. I think there's more loyalty amongst the Latino dual group. You know what I mean? The groups compared to the American groups. I think they stick together more, right? Because the American rappers, a lot of them they fall apart. You know what I mean? Like G Unit, but there was a lot of them in G Unit. So I guess that means the more. I think if you got two, you got a better chance of them staying together. Anything more than two is going to be more issues. I'll be live for 4 more minutes, guys. This is my second one today. The first one earlier ended because I had a bad signal. I have to brush my teeth. Hopefully I get some good sleep tonight because I did take a couple of naps today. And I just hope tonight I still get enough sleep. Because sometimes you get naps and then you get less rest. Yeah, there was one of my favorites. My favorite album is, and I still listen to it often, especially when I'm tired, is Murder Music. That's my joint. I think they're my favorite. You want to sleep, Loves Me? Yeah, I think it's late over there. Good night. I'm going to end in 3 minutes. I think, what I was going to say. Sometimes I feel I gotta get away from the streets like a free from crack. Yeah, they got some bangers. Yeah, they gotta be my favorite duo. Or I think 50 Cent is making a podcast about DMX's life, like his organs or something like that. You heard about that one, PMC? That should be interesting. I bet you 50 Cent, if it's true, I don't know if it's true. I bet you 50 Cent is gonna let his family eat some off of that, some of that too. Cause 50, I could see 50, throwing half the money to like, some of his kids or something like that. I know DMX got a lot of kids though, so that's gonna be tough, but it is what it is. No problem, Loves Me. Joe and Jada, they both be capping. I seen an interview. I seen Tupac and Snoop Dogg's interview earlier. His last interview, that joint. Tupac was advanced, bro, and I think that's why they stopped him. He was like a revolutionary. The things he was talking about, he was woke. Like he was talking about the media and his mom. His mom was a Black Panther. Like he was too much. I think they took him out. You know how this is. And these are conspiracies, but he was waking up. He was waking up. He was just, he was going against the narrative, basically. You know what I mean? He was too much of an influence for the young people. He would have just had too many people smelling the coffee, basically, before all this social media. You know what I mean? Now it's too hard for people to be censored. You got all these platforms. They censor you on one platform, you just go another one. You know what I mean? Like there's still a lot of people sleep. I mean, I don't have all the answers. Shit, I'm still part of the matrix. But you think so, 12? Yeah, he's really smart. 50's definitely smart. You know why? Part of the reason why I think he's smart, he's a sober, focused dude. You know what I mean? That's life changing, bro. When you live a sober life, you're focused. You're not causing damage to your brain. You got more time to grow and, you know what I mean, read and do all that. I mean, that's not the only factor, but it's definitely a factor. All right, take it easy. I'm out of here. Peace. Thank you. I'll see you guys when I see you guys and gals. 12, don't give up on your diet. Drink a lot of water too. When you drink a lot of water, it makes you feel full. A lot of times we think we're hungry, but we just need to fill our stomach with, we're dehydrated. That helps. But again, we all have our own little techniques. But I like seeing people trying, and you gotta get up and try and try and try. All right, good night, guys.